to our first stop.
It wasn't in Alberton. It was
This
in
little shack here, it sells mussels, honey, and new potatoes. And I like the mussels there.
The Eagles and Steve Langley threw 4 innings.
So that's where I'm going to pick them up at.
My old buddy Chris Craig finished the game.
Yep, there's some in there. Ah, it's actually cool in here. Potatoes, $5 a bag for this little thing, but they're new potatoes, which means they're absolutely great. So I'm going to take 2 of these and a bag of mussels. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. You just pay in this little box here. So that was 2 bags of potatoes. $5 each. They're expensive when they're new like this, but they're worth it. This is 2 pounds of mussels, which was $3.50, and rounded up to 15. I took a keychain, which is worth $1, so you got a 50-cent tip. Whether he likes it or not. Mussels on ice. And we'll head off down the road to the other place. This is right outside of Morel, which is down that way. And the next place we're going to is St. Peter's, which is down that way. And that's only about 5 minutes away. We're here in St. Peter's, and they have these little shops here. Craft shop, another kind of a shop, ice cream, fish mart. And some other thing there, coffee, some other gift merchant over there. But this is where I went to. This is where I want to go, the fish mart. So we'll head inside and see if we can film a video in there, if we get permission or not. I can't see why not. The small ones, please. Oh, only about 6 of them, please. And some clams. Not sure. Is that all you got there? Oh, okay. No, see how much is underneath the towel, but probably all of them. Yeah, all of them will do.
You have all of those?
Yeah. Some big ones in there. Right on. Okay, that'll do. 2 things. Hi, welcome back to my deck. I just got home, well, about 20 minutes ago. I got some watering done to the plants because it's like a desert out here. Got the sprinkler on the garden. I planted some new seeds there Tuesday, I think it was. Beans, because my beans didn't come up. But I watered them Tuesday. I didn't water them yesterday, and I watered them today. But I'm pretty sure that when you plant seeds, once you wet them, you kind of want to keep them wet so they'll sprout. So I don't know whether they got too dry yesterday. I don't think so. But anyway, we might not get any rain now till Saturday, and that'll be the remnants of tropical depression Arthur, what is coming up the coastline, I guess, for us. But then again, Sunday is supposed to be sunny and 24, so we're getting good weather. I'm on to my second beer, and I'm just going to go over some of the stuff we got today. See if I can get this halfway in frame. I don't know if you're going to see my shoulder or not. So we have 4 different kinds of shellfish here. We'll start with the oyster. And it is generally more flatter and longer than round shaped. It's got a cup on the one side. And if you're going to store them, you put this cup side down. They'll last longer. They'll last 2 or 3 weeks in the fridge, I think. These have been in the fridge for 2 weeks, so hopefully you'll know if they're sealed shut, then they're still alive. So that's all you got to worry about. And these can be eaten raw, and I'll open one in afterwards, or you can fry them up. And I have a video actually on my channel there where I show frying oysters up. My mom makes a mean oyster Rockefeller, which is another baked oyster dish with different herbs and spices. 2 of those. Then we got some soft shell clams. They're white like this. They usually have a little bit of a protruderance here. That we mistakenly used to call them their penis. It's actually a neck that they reach out so they can filter water to eat. I think that's what it is. These are also called steamer clams, I think. Or down here we know them as piss clams, because when the tide goes out and you'll see little holes in the sand, and that's where the clams will be, and if you walk near it, oftentimes they'll squirt water out through that long neck there, and you get pissed on by a clam on your legs. And that's how we dig them. We find the holes in low tide, and we just dig them with a round pointed shovel. You got to be really careful, because these I could probably break the shell just by squeezing them hard. So that's hence soft shell clams. But really good. On top of that is another type of clam. These are called quahogs. I think that's spelled Q. Oh well, quahog. QHUAHD. No, never mind. Google it if you want to. James, you had the right spelling the other day. And these are a little not so white. They're very hard shelled, and these are eaten steamed or boiled, and they're also eaten raw. I had some of these raw before, not too often. And you got to have a knife like this, and you got to get it in between the 2 shells and wiggle in there and try to get it open, and then cut it off the top and bottom shell. And but I don't know, not very many people here in Prince Edward Island eat them raw. We steam them, and once I get to this steam them, I'll show you exactly how. And then the ones that are fairly easy to identify, because they've got these black / bluish shells, is the mussel. And Prince Edward Island now is developing mussel, like cultivated mussels, like nobody's business. The bays and the harbors and straits are all filled with you'll see buoys on there, and they hang down from the buoy in a kind of a net mesh, big sock kind of affair, and they hang out in there, and they never touch the bottom. And so at the end you get a fuller, meat in there, and it's not dirty, and it's sweeter. Back when I was a kid, 40 years ago, nobody ate these. They only ate them, as curiosity, because they were wild. They were dirty, they were gritty. Sometimes they grow little black pearls, which are probably worthless anyway. So these are these. And like everything else, you want to cook these as fresh as you can get, or raw. These ones are always steamed. And the one thing, you see this little tuft of stuff here? That's called the beard. And it's bigger than that really, but you just pull that off to get rid of that, because that's not very edible. Most of them have been pulled off by the fish guy anyway. Yeah, so there's the 4 different things we got. I'll open an oyster now. I just hold it in my hand and work on it with a knife. Down here you can also buy, wherever it went, oh there it is, this device. Slides onto a table, you jam the oyster under there, and then you pry at it. So this is the safest way, definitely the beginner's way. but I still like just to hold it in a tea towel. You find the end, again, with the cup side down, find the end in here, and gently but forcefully, kind of wiggle the knife in there until it's in a little bit, and then twist the knife. And now that I got it open, I'll take it away. Twist the knife, and then you want to slide the knife, because there's a muscle holding it on to this shell. You slide the knife up the shell, and cut that muscle that was attached there. Now it just takes, you got to cut the muscle off the other shell. And you get out whatever dirt you can get out of there, or sand, or anything like that. And then it's just bottoms up. Bottoms up. There's a lot of people in the island actually that don't eat them raw. They only have them fried or baked. But there's a lot of people that like them raw. And if you've never tried them before, some people make the mistake of just swallowing them whole without chewing them up. We always chew them up so it doesn't feel like a big glob of you know what going down your throat. But they're got a good sea taste to them. They're salty. They're definitely one of my favorite hangover cures, because you're getting the brine from it, the juice and the salty water to kind of recharge your batteries. So anyway, I'm going to have a little bit more beer. I'm not really hungry now. I'll wait for a little bit, then I'll get the pot out here and I'll cook on the barbecue and show you how to prepare the other three. Like I said, the oyster, if you look on my channel on YouTube, one of my past videos shows me frying an oyster. And those are good too. I would say just as good as the raw oysters. But they're more of a good meal kind of thing. Whereas I find the oysters, you know, very healthy and good for your belly too. If your belly's upset, you know, chug down a few of those and a beer or two, and you're ready to hit the fight again for the next day. So, just hang out, and I'll get back to you once I start cooking them up. Cheers! Hey, welcome back. I got the side burner going on the stove, or the barbecue. Decent pot, and we're going to cook clams first. It's the soft shell clams. And, not that bag, but this bag. Oh, we got clams down. Don't you dare touch them, man. Oop, still one in the bag. Anyway, what you do with these guys, I don't know if you're in frame or out of frame or anything like that. There's one fellow with a shell cracked, but he'll still be alright, I believe. Oh, another cracked one when they drop down. See, they are soft shelled. You just put that in your pot, and you know what? That's it. You don't add water, you don't add anything. There's enough water in them that they'll steam on their own. So on goes the cover, on to high heat, and they only take a couple minutes. When the shell's open wide, then they're done. I'm getting an echo here from my open barbecue. Yodel, 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 hee-hoo. Anyway, so we'll let them, and when they're back and cooked, I'll show you what we do eat with them. A little bit of stuff afterwards. Hang tight, shouldn't be very long. I was thinking Jamie's four-wheeler is driving a little bit ragged. Anyway, these have been in here for not very long. 3 minutes maybe. Can't see the steam. It's opened. They're opened anyway, I think. So what we'll do is put some juice in here.
Did you in for you?
Yeah. And there they are. Maybe one more thing. I can find where it is.
You're cooking clams.
Hang on a sec. Alright. What we like to eat clams with is clam juice, butter, just a tiny bit of garlic, and a little splash of vinegar. And what we do is you dip the clams into that, because they can be sandy, even still. So that washes off the sand and gives us a good taste. Let's see if I can do this. So the clam, boiling hot. I'm gonna peel this a little bit off there. Dip it in the stuff. And then down the hatch. So those are the soft shell clams, and they're the easiest to cook with. You don't cook; you just put them, no water. My family likes making the concoction here with butter and garlic and the juice. Not everybody does. So we'll get you back when we try the next batch. Okay, next we're going to cook is the mussels, and if you can see or see not, I got some stuff in the pot, because mussels have pretty strong and they can take a lot of flavor. So what we got in here is celery, jalapeno, tomatoes, onions, and garlics. Just kind of getting some heat on them, and butter too. Get them a quick saute, or whatever it's called. And pretty soon I'll add some wine into it, and then we'll add the mussels into it. And again, like everything else, they only take a few minutes to cook. Stick around. So those are the rest of the mussels that we have to eat tonight, or there's some left, then I'll put them in a bottle or something like that. I got some oysters barbecuing, and now Jamie's going to give us a demo of how to open a bottle of wine with the opener there. The most important thing is not to stab thyself.
Pretty sharp, so be very careful how we get to open the top and the first.
Absolutely. Music is compliments as he eats up, and if I'm infringing on any copyrights, I don't really care. Alright, stab that wiener. It goes in.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Red rocket, red rocket. There she blows, Jacques Cousteau.
I didn't even stab myself that time.
Yeah, well, you haven't put it down yet.
Alright. So that's done. Put that weapon away.
Alright, here in the darkness you can see, maybe, the oysters cooking over the open flame. And we just leave them in there until they open up more than this. And then be cooked oysters for us to feast upon.